through the end zone for a touchback.
Blue 60! 56! I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Stafford on first down. He completes it to Tate. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
56. 53. Ready.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
50.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey. Zebra. Hey, Team 6. Mike 57. Hey, 70.
To throw again. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Easy. Drill right, 22. Smooth. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
59! Hey, 54!
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way.
And the pressure gets to him again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kaiser now. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And they will run it with Michel. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Sony Michel, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
You see me up here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Michel. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Carl Nassib drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 12-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw here, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
3 down, 3 down. 41.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Easy. Stay 50, stay 50. He don't want it. 32. Hey, go hit the house.
To throw is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Stafford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Kaiser. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Got a man, it's Brown. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Looking to throw. Walker to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Walker toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You better bring it. Listen to me. Bravo.
To throw is Cousins. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, Demonte Casey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Walker, operating from the gun. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cousins on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
57's Mike.
Cousins now. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Cousins now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Foster, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's our own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Check 4, check 4. 41's to Mike. 41's to Mike.
To throw is Walker on 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints' 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching it? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Walker, off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
25, check 25.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. Open man here is Foster. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Check the hot read. Check the window. Watch the twist. Watch the hot.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Reuben Foster in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Cousins on fourth down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Cousins to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
218, jumper. Rush in.
Here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back to throw. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Gun. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, we're good, we're good. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, receiver. Give me that. Wait, the hot. Give me that ball. Hey, Echo. Give me that ball, defense. Wait, the hot.
Now Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland.